All right, let's go ahead and find average rate of change. And we're going to do so with a problem about a pond that was stocked with a type of fish called a walleye. The table gives the population of walleye in the pond for 25 years following the stocking of the pond. So you can see over here, we have two real columns where it gives us the information about the years. And then it also gives us the information about the population. Now, during this time period, you'll see that the population goes up throughout the whole entire piece, but does it always go up by the same amount? Probably not. You can see that here, that it goes up by 400 here, but over here from 581 to 665, it only roughly goes up by about 100. So 400 here and about 100 here. So the increase is not consistent throughout the entire process. And that's where average rate of change comes in. We're going to look for, on average, how often did it go up or down between the given years. So we do this using our slope formula. Okay, so what is our slope formula? If you remember, it is just equals to m, the change in y, over the change in x. And when we do this, we just simply say y minus y and x minus x. For the purpose of this, we are going to set up a table to help us out. So x and y. Okay, and we're going to be able to pull some points together. So it says, what is the average rate of change in the walleye population from year 7 to year 22? So from year 7 to year 22. Okay, and when we look for year 7, we're just going to go to the table. We're going to say, well, year 7 was right here. And that point is 7 and 4,581. So I'm going to input that into our table. 7, 4,581. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the next point, which is year 22. I'm going to go to 22 and I'm going to plug that one in. I'm going to say, okay, let's go to 22. 22 and 4,986. Now, we have to subtract the x's and subtract the y's in order to find our average rate of change, so that we can set it up in the idea of saying the change in y over the change in x. So how are we going to do that? We're just simply going to subtract. So let's do that. I say 7 minus 22. What is 7 minus 22? That's an easy one. That is negative 15. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing over here with the y's. We're going to do 4,581 minus 4,986. Now you can do that subtraction. You can use a calculator, whatever you need to do. This is negative 405. You can go to Desmos and type it in. Okay. Now, once you've got that, all we're going to do is we have our change in y here. We have our change in x over here. We're just going to plug them into our slope formula. So notice what happens. I say m equals to the change in y. Change in y was negative 405 over the change in x, which is negative 15. Okay, so let's go ahead and just type that in. So we've got the change in y, which is negative 405. We're going to divide it by negative 15. You'll notice that the answer comes out to be a positive 27. Okay. So our slope, or our average rate of change, on average from year 7 to 22, the walleye population increased by 27 fish per year. And that's how we are going to calculate the average rate of change. We just put the points in the table, subtract the x's, subtract the y's, and then we do the change in y over the change in x. And in this case, the walleye population will increase by 27 each year. All right, that's how you do average rate of change.